First impressions matter. Even if we don't like to admit it, at the end of the day, we all make very quick judgments based on individuals and how they interact with us in a very short period of time. And on the same caveat, presentations, some of the biggest pillars of a presentation lies in the introduction and how you start it. So how do we make sure that the next time you give a presentation, that your introduction really sets the stage for the amazing content you're about to give? And that's exactly what we're going to be answering on this week's episode of MasterTalk. Hi everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic week. Brendan from MasterTalk here, your go-to channel to mastering your talk. And today we're covering 3 introductions that you could potentially use for your own presentation to spice up your entire presentation. So let's get into it. Obviously, as you could probably guess, there's no cookie cutter introduction that works for every single presentation. So I don't want to hear people in the comments telling me how this introduction doesn't work with my type of presentation, or this introduction doesn't work for what my situation is. So what I would say instead is take my 3 introductions as inspiration for how to craft yours. And of course, if you have any specific needs or specific questions about what types of introductions you want to see, please feel free to leave it in the comments below and I'll answer it for you without any problem. So let's get into it. Number 1, compliment your audience or your key decision maker. So generally, if we take the example of McDonald's, a company that I'm sure everyone watching knows, if you start your presentation with, "Hi, board of directors of McDonald's, my name is Brendan," that's not very interesting. But instead, if you start your presentation with the following: when I was a kid, I remember forcing my mom to go to every single McDonald's that was near my house and force her to stay for hours on end, so not only that I could enjoy the amazing food there, but also run around in the jungle gym in the kids area at McDonald's. And that way, McDonald's has created so many fond childhood memories and a plethora of loyal customers that love McDonald's. So if you start your presentation that when you compliment the company, you really get your audience excited about what you're going to present next. Hey, wow, Brendan really understands my business and he's touching my heart. And by the way, this doesn't just apply to McDonald's. This applies to most companies. Let's say you take a great company like Patagonia. See, Patagonia specializes in a lot of clothes like vests and shirts and different types of clothing. So if you compliment them on their social responsibility, how they donated a lot of their tax breaks to fighting climate change, that's also inspiring. It shows that you understand the business. And it's way better than starting a presentation with, "Hi, my name is..." Get the point? Perfect. Number 2. What's another way that we can intro a presentation? Another way that I really like is, no matter how much the world changes, some things never change. You know what I love about this introduction? It's there's always something that never changes, even if the world is constantly changing. Whether it's a company culture that's amazing, whether it's grandma's old recipe of whatever flavor, whatever food, it could be a jam. Anything, there's always something timeless, something important that always stays dear to the company, no matter what. Here's an example, once again relating to McDonald's. No matter how much the world changes, some things never change. No matter where you go in the world, McDonald's' iconic golden arches is something that stays consistent across the world. No matter whether you're in Thailand, whether you're in the States, or whether you're in India, the golden arches of McDonald's shines through and symbolizes the iconic brand that is McDonald's. Another way of doing this is starting an introduction with one word. So let's say we take Tesla. Innovation. Elon Musk, when you started Tesla, you've believed in the idea of cutting through innovation and creating products that people love. See, that's a much better and a more powerful way of starting a presentation, rather than just saying, "Hi, board of directors of Tesla, my name is Brendan," and get the idea. So this introduction is really interesting because there's always some things that never change, right? Third introduction that I'll leave you with. This one is called "Everything Starts with an Idea." When you think about it, Every cool invention, every cool product or service, everything starts with an idea. Essentially, is what I'm saying, right? Whether it was my idea for MasterTalk of a YouTube channel where I saw a need to improve public speaking, whether it was bubblegum that was created accidentally, or whether it was the new iPhone that Steve Jobs released for the world to see, everything starts with an idea. So there's this great presentation that I gave in a case competition for WestJet, and I started with this. Everything starts with an idea. Whether it's the bubble gum that you eat on a daily basis that you chew, or whether it's a new and exciting technology like the iPhone. Everything that we use in society, everything that we're excited by, starts with an idea. Mr. Bedeau, you had an idea. When you started WestJet, you wanted to create an airline where Canadian travel and worldwide travel was affordable to every single person within Canada. And because of that idea, WestJet was born. An amazing company that allows Canadians to fly affordably and explore and discover the world in a way they couldn't do before. See, that's a great way of also starting a presentation. Everything starts with an idea. It doesn't really matter whether it's a research thesis or whether it's a workshop that you're giving. Everything starts with an idea, right? So by taking these three introductions in mind, I kind of want to summarize there's the two key ideas of introductions before I conclude the video. The first one is there's a relentless focus on understanding who your key decision maker is in all three situations. If I went up to the CEO of McDonald's and told him how much I didn't like eating his food, he wouldn't be that inspired. I mean, he spent his whole life working in the industry, in the fast food and business, and he believes in what he's selling to a certain extent, right? So it's important to speak to what he believes in, to speak to the language that he wants. The second one, besides relentless focus on your customer, is really focusing on the overlying picture. Like, what does the business stand for? What does the entity stand for? And in that regard, it doesn't just mean companies too, right? Whether you're working on a research thesis, you want to make sure that the way that you're presenting it, the teachers or the people that are trying to break apart your thesis argument really understand, hey, this person addressed the questions that I talked about, this person addressed the feedback that I talked about in a way that's very eloquent. At the end of the day, introductions can vary from starting with an idea to starting with a compliment to anything really. But at the end of the day, if you start an introduction with a way that inspires people, that's different, speaks to their need, you'll be 10 steps closer to mastering your talk. As always, if you enjoyed this week's video of Master Talk, be sure to smash that like button and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well to see more videos like this. And I'll leave you off with this. If you know one person that starts their introductions with the following, hello, my name is, insert name here, be sure to send them this video so that I'll be one step closer to leaving an amazing first impression and mastering their talk as well. Take care, everyone. See you next week.